Hello Coconuts! Today I'll be making a new video based on Fallout 2. Now I made a previous Fallout 1 video. I didn't go into that much detail of it, I believe so. I believe I just basically pointed out why I loved it. So in this Fallout 2 video I will discuss the problems and the advantages of the game, the good pros. Now first off, let me tell you about the story. First off, Fallout 2 is the same story as Fallout 1 basically for why the world went into a nuclear disaster. There was a war between China and America and over Canada, and basically that's. I could go into more detail, but I want to talk about the game more, so here we go. Fallout 2 is about a young tribal, that is that is like the great grandson of the original Vault Dweller, the one from the first Fallout game. And his tribe is dying from famine and all this other stuff. Basically, the tribe is going to die out without this kid's help. And so the kid takes the trials and he succeeds. And so they send him out to go look for a thing called the Gek. Now in Fallout, the Gek is like how can I say? It's a civilization bringer. You plant this and the land, everything will be fertile again. It will give you the opportunity that you need in order to raise a civilization. Now this tribe, the Arayros? Now this tribe is desperately needing this, so the young tribal goes out and looks for it. Now he deals with people like the slavers, they're all over just like the first one did. He has to deal with more raiders. He meets the Brotherhood again, but this time they're more lenient. They're not people who are going to send you to the bottom of like a radiated pit hole. I can't remember if they still send. No, they don't send you anywhere. I think, in fact, you just have to prove that you're worthy enough to go in, but not by doing that, of course. And so you go back to the hub, and you see all these places. It's California all over again. But this time, the NCR is here. Now, the NCR is like a little civilization, like a little town in Fallout 1. But in this one, they have conquered a lot of California. They are now the supreme powers. I have to say either Brotherhood or NCR are the supreme powers of the land. And where do you find out the information about where to get a Gek? That's right. You go to the NCR, because they're the power. And so you go to them, and they tell you about Vault City, and so Vault City tells you about where you can find one, and yada yada yada, things go on. And eventually you finally find one. You're like, yeah, we did it. So you go back to the tribe, and everything goes to hell. Because now there's hell on the streets, at the camp, at the tribe area. Because everyone is captured, except for a few tribals that end up dying. And the one important tribal that tells you, these big metal men flew. Well, I think he tells you big metal demons basically came and killed them, and conquered them, and captured them. And these are the infamous Enclave. Now, I'm going to go into further detail about the Enclave in my Fallout 3 video, but the Enclave are basically U.S. government, the old U.S. government. And so, that is where the story, that's like the second half, I would have to say. And so, Fallout has a good story, I'd have to say. Plenty of things to do for Fallout 2. The music is... Okay, so the music basically... It's soulful. By that, I mean, like, when you play it, you feel like you're actually in the wasteland. Now, there's that. The writing is good. Now, there's companions. The companion system is good for an old computer game. And the combat is a turn-based game, so you gotta, It's just like any turn-based game. So I gotta say that Fallout 2 is a very fun game for anyone who's looking for a post-apocalyptic game about, let's say, just a post-apocalyptic game. And if you want nukes to be the reason why they blew up the world, and yeah, fine. This game is very good. I would check it out. And I would have to give this game a rating of a 9 out of 10. No, actually, I'd have to say 8 out of 10 because there was some issues with this game. That's where I'm going to go into now. Now, the game could be very laggy, and there were sometimes issues visually. The screen could go black out of nowhere. That happened several times on me. I'm not saying that happens every single time you play it. I'm saying it could happen, so the game did have some issues with it. And I would have to say that the game it was larger than the first one, but it didn't hit as much as the first one. Because the first Fallout game, when you played it, you felt like this whole new entire world. You're like, whoa. And the second one, you're basically visiting the same places with a few added areas. Now, that's not saying that this is like some sort of expansion pack. No. This is a good game, but those are some issues. So I'd have to say 8 or 8.5. Good apocalyptic game, and it is a game you should get, especially if you're planning to get Fallout 4. I know that there's a very big hype train for that. So yeah, check it out if you want a good computer game. And thank you for watching, Coconuts.